I don't think I've ever had two players that are more pivotal to the way that we play than these two, quite frankly. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. The saga continues. If you're enjoying the series, of course, drop a like. That'd be tremendous. So we're not on the best run of form. Although when are we ever? Although we did have a good spell earlier this season, so it can be done. It's all swings and roundabouts, as we know. So I'm honestly on the fence about just signing another striker that's like young, but he's actually a striker, so that they won't mind playing behind Kim and Ivanov when they do come back into form, but we'll be able to fill a gap for us. And there's actually, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, I'll have to show you him now, even if we don't sign him, because this is awesome. This is Renzo Catrawa at Toulouse. Now, I used my scouting filters that I've been using, and there is a video on those. That's what the video I put up a couple of days ago about scouting, basically. That was the filters or views that I've been using to do scouting, because I finally got around to putting them up, so you can get them there if you're interested. And, okay, he's not perfect. The main reason I'm interested in him is he's from New Caledonia. I can't believe, that's so cool. Like, and it's still, I mean, I think this will drop slightly, but that's pretty sick. I've never seen a player from New Caledonia be this good. Now, obviously, he's gendered Toulouse, but that's pretty sick. Was born in Dumbaya in New Caledonia. That's awesome. So, we host Manchester United. I think in the last game, I also made the point that perhaps the reason those passes were going askew is because Ilicic was on longer passing. Of course, he isn't, is he? So, yeah, it's an interesting one with Ilicic because he does have good vision and good passing. And I think it's... There's obviously there's always a tactical reason why things go wrong. Sometimes things will just go wrong. But when you see something pattern-wise like that, there's usually something you can do to change that. And I'm not entirely sure what it is yet, but I think it might be the fact that with us trying to play through the middle, often he's forcing to lump balls into the channel rather than spread it wide to Christensen in certain areas. Or to an overlapping, not always Regan Booty, but sometimes Regan Booty. But it's difficult because of the way that our shape is quite counterintuitive to that. So it's something we'll have to definitely look at. Hang on, transferring? No! Oh... This is the downside. So his contract expires at Chelsea. We aren't allowed to put a contract offer on him until much later in the window, but foreign clubs can, and he's joining Sociedad, Real Sociedad. That's a frustrating one, but I figured that might happen. There was nothing we could do about it other than try to buy him, and we just didn't have the cash. We have £12,000 in our transfer budget at the moment. The board offered me to change our season expectations to like mid-table, and it was like, we'll give you an extra £2,000, and I'm like, no, I think we'll stick where we are, lads. Something else I'm noticing is that when a lot of our players in this midfield get the ball, there's often just a bank of players in front of them, and it's very difficult to create any kind of a link between these three and these three, or these two and these three. And I think that's because, obviously as a shadow striker, pushes up quite a lot. And I do wonder if I was actually on the right lines with the Anganch idea or the Trek idea, but I don't think I was implementing it correctly with the other stuff I had around it. So again, something I may revisit as we continue through this season of tweaks. And you know what, actually, since we got this opportunity, I'm just gonna... Did we already do that? Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. Let me just set the lineup. Bring Kroken in off the bench, of course. Booty will still be on the bench today. Luca Brace, I'm sorry, sir, you've not earned the right to be on the bench today. I'm going to do next match only, and I'm going to switch O to being an Enganch. Is it Enganch? Enganch? I'm never really sure how to pronounce that one. It will drop him slightly deeper and maybe just allow a bit more of a link between our attack and our defence. And he's got some of the good attributes for the role anyway, so I'm not worried about that. End of the day, we're away at Man United. We're not expecting anything from this game anyway. Look at this team. So, we have beaten Chelsea this season. You never know. Maybe we'll come up with a miracle at Old Trafford. It seems unlikely, but you just never know with this team. We are so unbelievably unpredictable that this could be one of those games, but I do get the feeling this could be one of those matches more likely where it's a case of we have like a 0.2 XG and they have like 2.5 themselves, like against City, because United are a very good team this year. They have really stepped it up, but only time will tell. We just need to stop conceding from set pieces as well. That's one of the other issues we've had. Are you joking? He's just gone for the header and missed it, and apparently that's a push. Penalties get... By the way, Janino, everybody. That's the guy that we nearly tried to sign in the summer. Well, that's a brilliant start, isn't it? I mean, it's Bruno... Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is going to score a penalty. Hope you captained him in FPL this week. Good lord, what a start. Never... Oh, dear. That was terrible. I mean... Rashford, and just go straight... He does up... That's a foul that looks harsh. Are you actually going to give them another penalty straight off the kickoff? I swear to God, if Paul Tierney does this, he is off my Christmas card list. I think this one won't be given because it said it looked harsh and it might be outside the box. So usually those ones are... Yeah, we go. Okay, we got away with that one. Though what I do find is that often you score or concede off of the free kicks directly as a result of these. We've done that like twice this year already. Colombo's been booked for that one. Good lord. But you do often concede or score when you get them off of these direct free kicks. Yeah. I think there's something about that in the game, in the match engine. Because we've done that 2 or 3 times this year where the penalty isn't given, but you seem to have a massively higher chance of scoring directly from the free kick. No matter what kind of free kick it is, be it direct, etc. It's 2-0 Man United, so it may as well have been a penalty. Christensen, back for Candela. Just little simple passes to maybe break through teams' There we go, better. Colombo, oh, okay, nearly had a good pass on there. Oh dear. Oh, very dear. Okay, this should be a nice easy one for Lacazette Roche to bring down. Oh my god. Oh my god, Wendy. Into the channel. Greenwood's on it. Yep, okay. Yeah, Ziga played it long when he had options, and it does feel like there's nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. We did have it on play out of defence. They played it a little bit out of defence, and then Ziga just booted it for no reason. There's that Ziga energy coming through again. Yeah, could have defended that one better as well, frankly, letting Marcus Rashford in. Well, I predicted them to have a high XG. I wasn't expecting them to get it that quickly, I'll be honest with you. It'd be fair to say we're having a poor game. Look at this. It's fine. Just win the second half. That's the pro strat. Right, let's keep going. Is it because Ziga technically doesn't count as defence, and therefore he doesn't have to abide by the rules of play out defence? There we go. Finds Farmer. Right, now, nice simple stuff here. There we go. Back to Ziga, and then we'll lump it again. I wonder if I could put the goalkeeper on shorter passing. Would that help? No, he's already on shorter passing. Oopsie. Oh, wow. Zohar Buganim makes it 4-0 to Manchester United. I don't know how he was allowed to win that header. Player just missed it. Just missed it entirely. He's not the tallest of lads, is he? Look at him here on the edge of the area. But good header from Zohar. Right, intercepted by O. Back for Colombo. Right, here we go. Christensen. Where's the run? There's the run. That's what I want to see. These kind of chances. Lustak! And a good save by De Gea. O's delivery. Lacazette Roche with the header, and we've got a goal at Old Trafford. It happened. We scored a goal, and Wendy Lacazette Roche is the man yet again to get us a goal back in this game, albeit completely futile. But nevertheless, it's nice to see a good header there, actually, from Wendy. Goes far post, too. I don't think Kang would have got that either, but I think he would have put more pressure on them. Here we go. Lustak picks it up again. Right, runners. Needed. We've got them. Now we actually pick the right pass. Lustak's doing a great bit of wing play here, which is basically his job anyway. He's through. Good block, but he's still got it. And he's got support from Christensen. Oh, and he's found him. Oh! Oh, and David De Gea's forced into another save. So, okay, we triple sub in this one. See if we can't grab ourselves another consolation goal. Just pull the goal difference back a teensy bit. Ziga. Actually, that was a better pass out. At least that time he... Oh, dear. At least that time he found his man. I'm going to be honest with you. There were times in this game when I thought this was going to be a lot worse than it was. Than it actually has ended up turning out to be currently. O's picked it up. Lustak's... I mean, he spun his man, but he's... Oh, actually. Well done, Peter. You might have to get the shot away at some point here, and he does, but it's a poor effort. I mean, let's face it, it's been far from good from us tonight, as it goes. But it's also Manchester United away from home, and it's hard to know what to expect when you're Bolton right now with the squad that we've currently got. But, hey, we offered something a lot more in the second half, and I think that means we did actually at least draw the second half and look certainly better in the second period of the match. In fact, a lot better in the second period of the match, but, you know, it's Manchester United. What can you do? Let's crack on and try to just turn the tide a little bit, eh? Right then, we're back. So, we lost at home to Tottenham in the FA Cup. It was somewhat expected. We had to rotate. We've been going full strength for such a long time that we needed a rest before some of our matches coming up because we had no players. So the rotated side didn't really do very well. Orsolini gave Spurs the lead. They then grabbed another one almost immediately after that as the ball comes back here. So a lovely little cross from Demir. I thought he would have just shot, but he didn't. Put it in the back of the net. And then eventually we did actually grab ourselves a goal in the match. Lustak was played into the channel, still having to play through the middle here, and that's cost us so much. But he managed to find a ball to the back post, and there was Guy Porteous, of all people, to slam us a header in, but we weren't good enough and definitely deserved to lose on the night as it goes, as you can see. Very, very comfortable. But I think that rest really helped us. Graham Golson, I put him through the middle in the next game. We won a penalty and he dispatched it for us. Unfortunately, O was then sent off, and I think that really cost us late on here as a bad clearance here comes to Saka. He's able to throw this through a crowd of bodies. Nobody gets a touch on it, and it was 1-1. But what I would say is, even in spite of that, it was actually a pretty good performance here at the Emirates. And on another day, maybe we actually do take more from this. That was, like, if Arsenal don't have that chance, I mean, then again, you could say the same about our penalty, but we actually defended pretty well and looked a bit more solid, but still not really. Next up, though, we were at home to Leicester City. Mo Salah gave them the lead from the penalty. This was almost the reversal of the Arsenal game as it goes. Golston once again had to start through the middle just because I thought we needed an actual striker there, and this is the reason why. Christensen's ball through, Golston slams it home and is able to at least earn us a point at home against Leicester, and frankly, I think they probably could have won this, but then, you know, same with the Arsenal game, it's almost like reversal of fortunes. But another point, and we did have Mohamed back in this one. I really do think that just having him back makes us that little bit more solid at the back. And then we had like a 3-week rest period, which could not have come at a better time, because Kim and Kang were finally back at the club. I looked at this. The match was on the 21st of February, this one. Neither of them had been able to play for us since the 12th of December, like 2.5 months on international duty. And the games didn't start until like the 7th of January, so I don't know where they were before there. But it's actually crazy how much of a difference those two make in the squad. Now, bad defending, again, 2 players there, nobody does anything, as Mooney gave Palace the lead. But then, Kang with the ball whipped across, and there was Mohamed to get a flick on header. It's nice to see the boys back, 1-1. And then it started to get a bit more like it. Kim was finally back in the side. Lovely little cut inside here. Drops it around the corner for Kang with a lovely run. Goalkeeper does a terrible job of that one, unfortunately. But Kang, goal and an assist on the night. And then it got even better for us. As in the 85th minute, again, Kang bringing it forward. Drops it off to Kim. He just cuts it back inside. There's Kang on the end of it. And he just spreads it past the goalkeeper. Second goal of the night. 2 goals and an assist for Kang on the night. 2 assists for Kim Min. And all of a sudden, we just look so much better going forward. Solid-ish at the back, quite frankly. And I know it's Palace and they're a struggling side, but look at how we played against some of the struggling sides without these guys in the team. They make an enormous difference to us. I don't think I've ever had 2 players that are more pivotal to the way that we play than these 2, quite frankly. And that's why I have managed to extend the loan of Kang through the whole of next season. PSG were happy to do it. They didn't want it, and then I offered them an extra £1,000 a month, and they were like, you know what? That'll do it for us. So it is now the 27th of February. We're 10th in the league, 38 points on the board. I feel like we're still overperforming our XG on both areas. I feel like we should have conceded more goals, which is a rarity for us, frankly. We're usually on the other side of that. And I don't think we should have scored as many. Actually, no, we're not that far above on the scoring. It's just the conceded one. We've conceded less goals than we should have done. And that's what I mean about it. We're just so inconsistent. And honestly, I'm getting to be at my wit's end as far as like what more I think we can do with this tactic. Now, I still intend to play this shape for the rest of the season, but I really do feel like sometimes it's okay to hold your hands up and go, you know what? We need to be pragmatic here, and I don't think this is a tactic that is going to be, sorry, not tactic, shape, that is going to be able to take us that much further than this. I think even if we had world-class players in every position, I think we would still struggle somewhat. So I think next year we may need to look into having a more stable setup that is a bit more, less asymmetric and more stable across the board, basically, because that left-hand side just gets so abused for obvious reasons, and it worked before, and that was fine, but sometimes it's nice to just go, you know what, we probably do need to be more pragmatic at this point, but we're still doing okay. And the reason I say wait till the summer is because we don't have any left-sided players, so we'd have to actually sign someone specifically for that role, and it does open up a world of opportunities for us. But, you know, as today we go away to Southampton, who are actually struggling quite a bit. Now, with the full-strength squad that we've got, and our next game as well is at home to Newcastle, there's a potential here for us to actually pick up a little run of points, potentially. Like, I'd settle for a point at Saints if we were then to go and win at Newcastle, because then that'd be 7 points from 3 games, and just starting to show a bit of a green shoots and leaves again. It's been a tough period with so many players missing due to international duty and the injuries that come associated with the reduced squad. And we actually do have quite a big squad in places, but even we weren't prepared to lose 5 players to international duty and a further 5 to injury. I don't think any squad is really handling that. But it's just nice to have the boys back. Plus, the links are really good. So what are they reckoning here? They want to swap these 2 over. I mean, I guess. I don't know why he would suddenly want to do that, but there we go. So I think that's what we're going to go with for today. Christensen's performed relatively okay in the last couple of matches, and I still want to see where that lies for us. So Kim, Kang, Christensen, obviously the same line. I think I turned Get Stuck In off as well. Yes, I did. I noticed it against Arsenal. We just looked like, and against Leicester as well with the penalty conceded. We just don't, I don't know. We're just conceding too many fouls now. We only have a couple of ways of scoring goals, and if a team sets up to defend against that, we're screwed, essentially. I think that's the reason for the inconsistency. So, we're going to go away to Saints today and try our bestest. And honestly, part of the other reason I want to sort of go to something more stable is because I've been pulling my hair out at times tactically, and it is not actually worth it mentally, quite frankly, to try and figure that out, because it does feel like we're changing something in every single match, and that's because of the fact that we only create chances in very specific ways, and I want more variety, really. I think that's how we're going to be successful long term, because at the end of the day, I make these videos for people to enjoy and for me to enjoy doing, and I think it's important to maintain that, because I don't want to get myself in a position where I was with Midtjylland back in the day, and that's what made me stop YouTube entirely. So I just want to bring the fun back, you know. So let's see how we perform away at Saints. Oh, it's Yankovic. I'm sorry, he's actually still at Saints. I imagine if they knew what he did the other night, they might not really agree with that one. Oh, ball whipped through, but Illich is the... good lord. All right, there we go, lads. Calm down. This feels very heavily like one of those games where our setup of the way we've set up to try and score goals is being heavily nullified by the way Saints are playing. And I think that's why this feels like one of those games that's going to be decided by the odd goal if we get a lucky break, potentially, or if they do, vice versa. And that's what I mean about these types of matches and how I feel like if we were a bit more... variety. If we had a bit more variety with our attacking style, then we'd probably have a bit more of a chance there. As Kang's going behind again, and it's a good save from Henderson, but he at least broke through the back line there. Nice try from Kang. Sometimes games like this could be decided by set pieces, so Kang whipping one through again, and like I said, oh no! Oh, the back post, so close. Well, I think we've probably been the better side so far, but it's marginal in matches like this, and this is kind of what I mean. Against Palace, they left a lot more space, whereas Southampton are much more compact. 10 minutes to go here, and it's very much got that kind of 0-0 classic. Do you remember at the start of the save, what we used to refer to as boring Bolton? I think there's a lot of that. And that was kind of present then too. And I think the reason it was present, again, was because of the way we were creating chances. Well done, Illich. That's nice work from him. Really good tracking back. Clips into the channel for Michael Obafemi, and he's gone round his man. The space. There's options in the box, though, so we should be okay. Oh, for goodness sake. No, we're not. Okay, cool. And that's what I mean. Yeah. I just think that we have to be more pragmatic. It either works or it doesn't, which is obviously a very simple statement, but it doesn't do it enough, I should say. Like, we've been pretty good in this game, but there's not enough chances. But what I would say is, we've got 5 players in the box. 2 of them... I don't know. Maybe they're just getting in each other's way. And that's why I think we have to look into big changes for next season as far as shape-wise and all that sort of stuff. To bring the fun back. Because at the moment, we're just sort of... What would happen? I mean, we're not going to get relegated. We're not going to go anything beyond that right now. We're sort of in this equilibrium period. It's a very, very even game. And I think you'd be hard-pressed to argue that we were unlucky to lose, of course. But that's just how it is. And we cannot let these games continue to go this way, really. Newcastle at home next. That's quite a key for us. Because right now, it just isn't good enough. That Darlington friendly win as well in that little break we had probably did help us morale-wise. Because we've got a stretch of matches now that are very key. Newcastle, Watford, Derby, all at home. Then Bournemouth away in there as well. And obviously, Liverpool in there too is, you know, ain't going to be easy. But nevertheless. So, yeah, next episode is going to be... You know what, we're going to focus on the winnable games for the next episode. We're going to do Newcastle and Bournemouth as live comms, because the Liverpool one is away from home. There's very little chance there. I'd much rather show you games that we might have a chance at winning, and it keeps the battle alive. So, if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, drop a like. That'd be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick too. And I also stream on Switch. I mean, never. On Twitch. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on the weekend. So go follow there too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for where most of our points for the rest of the season kind of need to come from this spell of matches. Because that one, and that one probably ain't happening. So, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.